And a beef that never made any sense to me, Black Americans versus Africans. What the fuck are we doing? Are we not both niggas? Y'all, the world hates us equally. No one's going to stop you and be like, oh, where are you from? And then treat you differently from a black person that comes from a different place. The world views us all the same. So what the fuck? Where is the disconnect coming from? Someone explain that. Like, and it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. A lot of bullshit started back when we were younger. Like, a lot of the experiences that African kids had growing up, the racist experiences that they had growing up, mostly came from Black Americans, calling African kids African booty scratchers. I don't know if that was in retaliation, you feel me? Because me personally, I never in my life have I ever had to deal with racism from any group. But from stories that I've heard online and from things that I've seen from people around me, that's just what it is. And I've just never understood it. Like, we supposed to be gang. We supposed to be close, but we just not. And listen, I'm not coming for no group. I'm not coming for Africans. I'm not coming for Black Americans. I ain't coming for nobody. I just want to understand, where is this disconnect coming from? Why do we hate each other so much? Why? And then, y'all, I just seen a video, right? This dude on Instagram was basically talking about like the same thing that I'm talking about right now. And then Black Americans just got up on the in the comment section pointing the finger and saying, but Africans did this, African did that. Bro, I'm not trying to justify the things that Africans have done and said, because Africans do be saying fucked up things. But it's both groups. It's constant back and forth. We're not gonna point the finger at just one group. It's constant back and forth. And then when this whole entire situation came about boycotting Asian businesses, right? And how Black people were just gonna support each other, Black Americans meant just Black American businesses. They're not talking about the Africans. They're not talking about any, even the Caribbeans. They was just talking, and I'm just like, bro, why are we so divided? Like, dang, like we can't, like, well, like what's going on? Like, I'm just confused, y'all. I'm just confused.
A whole lot of questions are being asked. Are we not the same? This beef between Black Americans and African Americans is gathering momentum and gathering dust because of the recent Asian boycott and people calling for Black American-owned businesses to be supported. And the lady in question is asking a question: what about the African American? What about those who are Caribbeans and all that? Why is there like a divide even yet among us? And so if you're just coming across my YouTube channel, you're welcome. You're invited to the discourse. Please hit that subscription button, hit that notification button, so that you'll be a part of the conversation, because we'll be having more conversation on this YouTube channel. And so we're going to be looking at other videos shortly. So hang in there. We'll look at them. At the end of the day, we'll come to give you our own personal view and conclusion at the end of this discourse.
I think the craziest CIA operation is that African Americans and Africans beef. I don't think people understand that we are the same. You get a DNA test, the DNA is the same. A lot of times we look the same. I don't understand why you guys think going against each other is going to get any of us anywhere. Both of us, we are both struggling. So why the heck are we going to go against each other and think, oh my gosh, I'm going to put down someone else that looks like me and think this is going to get me up? Please start using your mind. Like, the CIA got y'all niggas, got all y'all niggas thinking that's propaganda is how the world should fucking be. Do you see other races doing that? You never see a Spanish nigga go do that with another Spanish nigga. That don't make fucking sense, bro.
I've shifted from saying I'm an African American, because I'm not. I'm a Black American.
I say Black too.
I'm not an African American. I don't, nothing about life, my family, nothing leads back there. Everything leads back to, we were stripped of our culture and created our own.
Again, that continent is that continent, bro. Like, yeah,
That's literally our roots. That's
everybody's
literally
roots, though.
okay. True,
But
we know for a 1,000% fact that's our roots.
I'm up to 2% from Ghana. All of a sudden, they got the Ghana flag running around. So I'm like, honestly, I'm telling you, that's even after seeing all these soccer teams. I'm like, nah, I'm a Black American, bro. I'm not even trying to claim it. So this is where my roots are. This is where my family is. This is what it is.
1,000%.
So I shared my DNA results on TikTok, and some very interesting things happened. One, I found out that I am no longer a Black American. Yes, I was told that Black Americans do not have African DNA. And because my ancestry came back sitting at an 86.4% African ancestry, I am an African. I am not a Black American, so I would be considered an African American. So there has been a clear separation within the community, and I'm here to let y'all know, if you have West African ancestry, you are not a Black American, okay? The Black Americans were already here, okay? They are the owners, they are the inhabitants of the land. They have already been here. Their ancestors did not go through slavery. Their ancestors did not experience colonization, and their ancestors have nothing to do with Africa. This is what I've learned. This is what I have come to the conclusion. By the way, I'm not offended to be African at all. Not offended at all. But I do have a couple of questions for you guys. So since you guys have made a clear separation and you are not a part of the African diaspora, my question is, who gets to claim the culture? Because it can't be you. Because the Black American, the African American culture that was built here in the United States was built by the descendants of Africans. And in fact, some of our most famous leaders who helped build the culture never made a separation or said that they have nothing to do with Africa. In fact, Frederick Douglass repeatedly referred to Black Americans as the descendants of Africans. W.E. Du Bois referred to us as part of the African diaspora. He centered Africa as the foundation to the Black identity. Marcus Garvey spoke of Black people globally as African people. His entire movement was built on African origin and pride. Malcolm X described Black Americans as Africans in America. Martin Luther King, Sojourner Truth, identified as African descent. Even when we look at the Black church, it was built off of the African culture that was brought over here. Its spirituality, its dance can be tracked back to Africa. Our music, the culture that we built, derived from Africa. So if you guys don't claim that, then what is your culture? I would love to know.
I don't think I'm African American. I'm a Black American. There has to be a difference between that man with that accent.
Talk that talk then.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have totally different ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Like, if and I had to put it to my roommate like this, because my roommate was born in like Nigeria or something like that. So I had to tell him straight up, you think you Black, but if they started giving Black people reparations, do you think you would get a check? We had a different experience from our ancestors all the way to now. That's why you're not Black and I'm not African, because you wouldn't get a reparations check, but I would.
All of the bickering between the African Americans and the Black Americans, it's saddening to see, having considering the rich history that we have from the civil rights movement, and why the distinction now. Why is there an issue when it comes to having understanding that we are all Blacks, and trying to distance yourselves from African Americans, or distance yourself from anything Africa, knowing fully well that if we still trace back our humanity, all of our humanity is still traceable to Africa. And so it is very important that this narrative be eliminated among the Black community, because it is causing a divide. And there's this saying that says, divided we fall, united we stand. And I think that we need to put away our differences and look at the common factors that unite us rather than the factors that divide us as a people. So if you're coming across my YouTube channel, please hit the subscription button, hit the notification button, so that whenever we bring up new content, you'll be the first to be notified. I want us to get into the comment section and let the discourse begin. I want to know what your thoughts, your opinions are. And trust me, I want you to understand that whatever is happening in this period is engineered by external forces to keep us divided as a people. See you on our next video. God bless.